Hello there, welcome to Bosko's Toy Box. I'm back with more toy collectibles, and this time I did go back to the thrift store, so I do have a good handful of items to show you. We're going to start off first with an item that Twisted might be interested in, and this is a dinosaur of sorts. There's no markings, there's no date on it. It's just a dinosaur, and he does stand up. As you can see, he does have articulation in his tail. So I'll show you that his tail does move on a 360. There you go. And his arms move because when you move his arms, his jaw moves. And I'll give you a little bit of a close-up there, what he looks like. There you go. Okay, so Twisted, if you want that, I will put that in your second box because I'm actually sending out your first box this coming next week, actually, after I get paid. So let me know if you want that dinosaur. Next, I have a Burger King Premium from 2007 Marvel toy, and it's a walking toy, and it does work, and it is actually pretty cool. This is something I want to keep because I actually like wind-up toys, and this one is just pretty cool as far as premiums go. So very cool. Next, I have, this was in a random toy bag, a penguin, and I do like penguins, so he will be in my collection. And he's got his little baby there. Okay. Next, this is just random. It was I think this is a wheelbarrow that was in my in the Hot Wheels I'm going to show you here in a little bit. So just a green plastic wheelbarrow, which I do want to keep that, by the way. Next is a satellite dish that goes to some play set. I'm going to figure out what this goes to. Unless somebody knows, I'll show you the connector piece. There's the connector piece, and as you can see, it's not that big, but I will find out what that goes to. Next, I have two, let's see, I'm going to back that out just a little bit. Two of these plastic Tonka cars. And you know, they could be up for trade. I actually have a couple of different one of these from a few weeks ago too, but just let me know if anybody's interested in these. Okay, as you can see, one's purple with a surfboard on the top, and another one is a tow truck. It says Tonka on it. There you go. Okay. In my toy bag, I got two Imaginext figures. One is the skeleton pirate crew member, which is very cool. I collect Imaginext, so he will be going in my collection, and I'll just show you the back because he's got more of his bones and that strap that is across his chest there. And then the other guy that I got that's Imaginext is this guy in a gray suit with black trim, orange shades. Show the back. And then what came in the bag with them is this Imaginext scuba helmet because it's actually a chest piece too. But this came with them and it actually fits on them pretty good, even though it doesn't go with them. As you can see, it doesn't fit on the skeleton crew guys so good. See, you can. His eyes aren't peeking through. So I thought that was pretty cool. So that goes in my Imaginext collection. This next toy I need help with because all it says is China. What is this? And I will let the camera focus in on it. I do want to keep this because I actually think this is pretty cool because I like mini rubber figures. As you can see, he's got the wings that are kind of coming out of the side, kind of the back area. He has some skeletal, like a chest thing, white eyeballs. Really cool figure. He's got his hands are like almost in fist almost. And then I'll show you the back because he's got tentacles that are coming out. There you go. So if anybody knows what, and then the brain, you can see the brain stem that's coming out from the back of the head. And then his brain is at the top. So if anybody knows what this, I'm sorry, God, I almost forgot the other thing. It's got this groove at the bottom that it almost looks like it would be a finger puppet, that it would fit on your finger. So let me get that focused in. There you go. See how it fits pretty snug on the index finger. So let me know if somebody knows what that is. Again, I would love to keep this because it's just a pretty cool ass figure. Next, I got a knockoff of a Power Ranger, pink Power Ranger, and it's like a soft rubber, and it doesn't have any markings except China, and like a really bad marking of it saying China too. So this is like a really good knockoff figure here. So I don't know. I like knockoff figures, but maybe somebody wants this. I don't know. Kind of on the fence about keeping it. Next is a and I wrote this down because I'm going to have to pronounce this, but this is from Toy Biz from 1993. It's a Marvel superhero, and what I want to do is I want to excuse the shakiness of the camera here for really quick. I just want to move the camera up just a little bit. This is a Toy Biz Marvel superhero. I'm going to see if I pronounce this right. Annihilus. It's Annihilus. He's missing his wings and there's like spiky shoulder pads at the top, which you can actually see that there's pegs where the shoulder pads would go. And then as you can see on the side, there's the holes there where his wings kind of spread out, and there's a trigger here where his wings are supposed to kind of like move or spread out. But I kind of like the face of this guy. Actually, just kind of like the whole figure. Actually, without the wings, it's actually kind of cool. I was looking this through the bag, and this is actually the reason why I got the bag. Is just to figure out what this figure was. So he is actually pretty cool. He could be up for trade, but again, he's incomplete. So I don't know if anybody would want him. Okay. Up next, for 99 cents, I got a complete vintage Fisher-Price Adventure People Wilderness Patrol pontoon boat. And as you can see, it is complete because it comes with the like a movable motor, and it does float on shallow water, and it's a two-seater. And I had to get this. 99 cents, vintage Fisher-Price stuff. I love vintage Fisher-Price stuff. And I just thought that was really cool. I just couldn't let this sit on the shelf. So, great condition, too. I don't think I wrote down the date, but it would probably be I'm assuming late 70s. The next thing I got in a toy random bag is it's a Fisher-Price Rescue Heroes. It's supposed to come with a figure, but it's called the Rocky Cannon and Robot Tech. Excuse me, let me say that again. Rocky Cannon and Robot Tectonic, and this guy is the Robot Tectonic. He's supposed to make noises, and I actually saw this on YouTube, and because I don't have batteries replacing this yet, but he makes similar noises to R2-D2, which is actually really weird. because he's got 2 sound buttons here, and then he's got this cord which you're supposed to hook this backpack up to the back of this black action figure called Rocky Cannon, and they're supposed to interact. But I just thought that was kind of cool, and it was in the random toy bag, so it was pretty cool just to get this. So maybe I'll, it actually needs to be cleaned up just a tad bit, but maybe I'll replace the batteries and just see if he works well, and maybe even if I get the Rocky Cannon guy. Next is a toy that I got for Dismania. Let me see, since he is a taller figure, I have to erase this again. There we go. So Peter Pan, there's no date on this, but he does have 2 triggers on the back that work. The left trigger here, let's see if I can get this, moves both arms up, okay? And then the trigger that's on the right hand side here is a solo arm movement here, like that, okay? And he does have articulation in the elbows, the hands, the head, and the waist. It's kind of like a slingshot. See how it's sprinting back, like a springy type of waist articulation. So Dismania, this is going to go in your box because I know that you would love to have this Peter Pan figure. And he's got incredibly big feet too. So pretty good condition too. So not bad. Up next, now I don't normally collect, and I'm going to have to, I'm sorry, again, I'm going to have to lower the camera for this. I don't normally collect like big die-cast cars, but this is such in like good condition, and it's really cool. So I'm going to keep this in my car collection. This is a 1996, and I wrote it down too, so I apologize for the delay here. Well, I thought I wrote it down. Let me look in the bottom here. It is a 1996 Chevrolet Caprice New York City cab. Okay, so the doors open, driver's side and passenger door. So as you can see, and you won't be able to see, but there is some interior in there. The wheel, steering wheel is intact, and close that up. The hood opens up, so you can see the engine. Passenger door opens up, and it's got all of the, I guess you would call them tempos on the side, or just printing, whatever you want to call those. Very intact. It almost looks like it was a brand new car, because I was actually at the Savers when they were actually about 1:30 when they were putting all the toys out, because when I went there about, I don't know, 12:30, 12:45, it looked like it was clean pickings. Like the shelves were just cleared. It was pretty bad. So they really needed to restock, and they did. So I grabbed this up right when they put this on the shelf. So a very cool car, which I'll be using for toy photography too. Up next, I got a few like Hot Wheels Matchbox cars. The first one, this was sitting on the shelf, not in a bag, all by itself. I grabbed it thinking that they were just going to give it to me, and they did. She says, just go ahead and take it. So this is a Tonka Dozer truck, and from the year 2000. And the reason I really wanted this is, for one, it's Tonka, but the body is all metal, rubber treads, and the only thing is that this shovel piece is plastic, but metal body Tonka. I love metal body Tonka vehicles of sorts. And it's got a trailer hitch too, which is cool, because then I can use that one Maisto construction thing that I found on the last visit. So that was pretty cool for free. I like that. Next I have a, this one does not have a date, but it is a Matchbox moving truck from the Move It company, and it's it says move. It's actually better writing on the other side. Moving, made fast and easy, and it does have a back door that opens, which is actually really cool, and it's got a sunroof for some reason. And I'll just show you the front. Very cool car. I like service trucks, like I've said many times, and just stuff along those lines. So it's pretty cool. Next is another Matchbox from 1988, and this is a Ferrari. It's called a Ferrari Flow, F-L-O, and you can see that there's a little wear on it, but it's like this light, like a cream orange sickle kind of color, and then white in the front. I'll show you the top side there. I'll just show you the other side, and in the back with the spoiler. It looks like the spoiler's maybe slightly dented, maybe. Next car is a, I think it is a Hot Wheels, yes. It is a Semi-Psycho. And it's a little bit of a longer car because it's got more wheels, as you can see. And I want it to focus for one. Wow, okay. Come on, camera. There we go. Okay, so you can see the top side there. It's got like the pipes that are sticking out, like on a semi-truck. And another piece of metal sticking out there. But kind of an interesting car. That's the front, yeah, and then that's the back. Okay, so the Semi-Psycho. Okay, next is this is a Maisto, which is a is it like an electric service truck? Because it doesn't say. All it says is Maisto. Now I've actually tried looking this up online. I can't find anything, and I'm not. Excuse me. Wow, clear my throat. I'm not even sure if I have a complete ladder here because it looks like one of the ladder parts is broken there, and I'm not even sure if it's supposed to extend out more. But it does look like it's in semi, or not semi condition, but in halfway decent condition, I guess. Pretty cool little service truck. And then this next one, I don't know what it is because all it says is China. And it is a big rig tow 24-hour service truck. It looks, and let's see if I can get in close there. And you can see the molding, which it has the tools on the top of the flatbed here. But it's got, it looks like this might have been broken off, as you can see here. There you go. So it looks like that might have been the trailer hitch or something, or the towing hitch, I'm sorry. But still, overall, it's a pretty cool car, just because I just, you know, it's just a cool car to have. Up next, I got an Imaginext, it's called a three-headed sea serpent, and I got this, I think it was like $3, and like it's online now on Amazon for like almost 40 bucks. But let's see if I can, so farthest I can have it. But you can see the tail moves, and very cool. So that's going to go in my Imaginext collection. I just love that, and it's actually going to be used for some toy photography too. Very quickly, I got 3 PlayStation 2 games. I got State of Emergency, which again, I apologize, I'm going to have to raise this camera up again just a little bit. So State of Emergency, complete game and instructions. which I have not played this game. I got Gran Turismo 3 A-Spec, which is really weird because it says not for sale, but it is complete. Driver manual included, and right there it says not for sale. So that's probably the reason why it was donated, because they could not get rid of this, pawn shops, anywhere. So then the last place, I have not played that one, that game either. And the last game I got was Metal Gear Solid 2: Sons of Liberty. Game only, but not bad for $3 each. You just can't go wrong with that. And then, do I have one last item to show you before the video is done here? This is a complete version, because everything is there, and I'm going to, let's see if I can back out just a little bit here. This is a board game from 2002. It's called the Dragon Strike game, and that has all the pieces with it. And the thing I like about Savers is they put huge rubber bands around the boxes and they don't tape them up, which is really good, because that way you can check to see if all the pieces are there. And then the other thing is that the tape doesn't rip the box, because this actually has pretty cool box art on it. But the whole point of the game is that you have a dragon with a very long neck that actually swerves. Actually, it actually swerves like this, like those snakes that you just hold by the tip and then they move all about. So the dragon head moves, and you're supposed to not to get knocked over, and then you're supposed to collect rubies along the way, and then you're trying to get to the dragon's little gold piece. So all the pieces are there, not bad for $3. And I've seen this on eBay selling for like 20 bucks. But I'm going to keep this because I wouldn't mind playing it. I just love the box art on that. And that is it. I think I've showed you everything. I'm actually going back to the thrift store, because I'm doing this late at night, and I'm actually going back to the thrift store in about 8 or 9 hours. But until next time, just be sure to check out my toy photography, check out all my friends in the trading circle for their thrift store finds, their toy collections, and their toy pickups. And this is Bosko signing off.